to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Actually on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. That whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Going deep downfield for one. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 33 yards that time. Jacobs now, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Raiders nothing.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 16, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, Eckler. This will go for 5 up to the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Kick is good.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Running for the shotgun with Drake. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here comes Westbrook. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
3 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Jackson from the shotgun. Down he goes, back at the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they're going to get him. They bring him down the sack back at the 16-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. A little juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Good lesson. Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Drake. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. It's caught by Gronkowski. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Running is Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
4th down.
Now Younghoe Koo, who of course used to kick for the Chargers, on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That one complete to and taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Chargers.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 20.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This is Jackson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here comes a very important kick now from Michael Badgley. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Well, should take it on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. Westbrook now on the return. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Play action. It's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit. There,
complete to Westbrook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Herbert on 1st down now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. The CD, I know, is it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
9-yard line.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the turnover, here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Toss play to Jackson. Oh, lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it in It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.